Makes me happy from the inside.
Hey everybody, welcome to Pure Green Strong. This is the official podcast for Pure Green North Naples, located in Mercato in Naples, Florida. I'm your host, Michael Fish, and today in the shop where the podcast takes place, I'm excited to have our guest, Troy Lipis, personal trainer.
Yep.
Troy, thank you for joining us today on the podcast.
Yeah, of course.
How's your day going so far?
Really good. Had a couple sessions this morning, training sessions with some clients, and then I came right over here.
All right.
So, yeah.
So I noticed that your smoothie is like halfway gone
Dude,
already.
I was starving when I came over here. I didn't eat much this morning. Went straight to a few sessions, and then I came over here, and I was looking forward to this. So
Yeah.
I'm feeling better now. Though.
And what smoothie did you get?
I got the peanut butter and jelly one. So I was looking up the menu, and I was gonna get the blue banana, and just because it looked really, really good. And then I ordered it, and then I happened to glance at the poster over there. I saw the PB&J. I was like, I need to try that. So I just switched it. And
It's so good.
I'm glad I did. I highly recommend it.
The
Definitely try it.
PB&J smoothie is it's almond milk, it's bananas, it's strawberries, it's got peanut butter in it and honey. That's it. Perfect.
It's awesome. It's so good.
And then
Yeah.
they line the cup. They do a little swirl inside the cup with the peanut butter. That's pretty
You guys
cool too.
Take this down. You can kind of see the peanut butter in there.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's just fun and healthy, and that's what we're all about. We're trying to make it just like a really fun thing. It's something that matters, right? It's super important, but why not have fun with it too?
Totally. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. I love that concept.
So tell me about your business, what you're doing.
So I'm a fitness coach. I've been training people for 10 years, going on my 11th year. I'm only 24, but I'm probably one of the youngest trainers with a decade of experience. When I was 12 years old, I had an awesome celebrity. He was a celebrity trainer. He was a mentor of mine, and he just started feeding me info a little bit, little by little, to the point where I was able to start training people around the age of 14.
Wow.
Which puts me at around 10 years of experience. And at first it was just family and family friends and little by little, but I was able to start actually providing value and taking on clients and actually helping people and actually start improving people's lives. And so I've just been doing it my whole life, obviously through school and through college. It was always somewhat of a side thing. And then after my gymnastics career, which maybe we can go into at some point, it became a full-time thing. And that's actually the reason I retired from gymnastics and focused fully on business. So now I live in Naples.
Yeah.
And I train clients privately. Clients around Naples hire me privately to go to them. Most of my clients are in apartment gyms, community gyms, clubhouse gyms, private gyms where they bring me into, and that's where I train them. I have a couple of clients that'll bring me into LA Fitness or into some other commercial gyms, but that's not as common.
Okay.
But I help people around Naples, and I help them get a lot stronger. I have a very strength training focused strategy, I guess. It's kind of how I train people.
Okay.
Very strength training based. The goal for most people is to lose weight, lose body fat, and build muscle. And that's what I target, just very, very strategically. Most of the fitness industry doesn't do it right. And the reason, and I guess most of the fitness industry doesn't do it right, and that's why the weight loss industry is a $90 billion industry.
Oh, yeah.
Yet I used to say the second fattest country in the world. I fact checked myself the other day. It turns out now we're in first place.
We're number one.
We spend nearly $100 billion a year, yet for what?
Right.
There's a disconnect.
Do you think having sugar in is a lot to do with that? Like, we're not adding sugar, preservatives to our stuff. It's just all natural.
There's a lot of gunk in food.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I think a lot of it, honestly, is just, it comes from a lot of misinformation in the fitness industry.
Yep.
There's a ton of misinformation. Everybody is very confused on how to be healthier, how to lose weight. And I see it. I see it on
Yeah.
social media. I see it online. I see it, and when people come and ask me questions, I can tell, and it's not their fault. But
This scientist says this, and this doctor says this, and this fitness trainer says that.
I can tell they've been fed the wrong information, and it's to the point where everyone is seeing so much conflicting info online that they don't even know what to trust anymore.
Right.
You can find a source somewhere online, no matter what you're eating, you can find some source online that says that it's bad.
coconut butter is bad, coconut butter is good.
Yeah,
You know,
vegetables are bad, vegetables are good. They have defense chemicals, but they have fiber, and then
stay
carbs
away
are
from
bad,
kale.
carbs are good.
Kale's
Yeah,
great.
kale. And then some people are saying only eat steak. Some people are saying never eat
Right.
steak. And they're all of these health authorities. But well, how do you know what to do if all these people that seem like authorities are saying conflicting things?
Right.
And so I think that's one of the reasons why a lot of people are really, really confused. And a lot of what I do with my clients, at least on the nutrition side and the lifestyle side, it's like, yeah, I tell them what to do and I give them a strategy and I help them do it. But a lot of what we're actually changing is, it's more just understanding. It's just, a lot of it is clarity. It's not even telling them, I don't really give them more things to do, a little bit, but majority of the strategy is really eliminating all the gunk and all the stuff that's just wasting their energy and not getting them close to their goals. It's step one is just hyper simplifying it, bringing it down to a blank slate. And just from that alone, they start seeing progress.
Yeah, I bet.
But then once we have that blank slate and an actual understanding of what's worth doing and what's not, then we can start really, really moving forward. And so stuff like this is really helpful because the ingredients are really, really simple. They're really, really clean. There's not a lot of confusion in there. You can see the ingredients right there. It's like 7 to 9 ingredients total.
That's it.
And they're very, very simple. It's not a lot of crazy stuff. It's not words that you can't pronounce.
Right.
A 3-year-old can read off the ingredients.
We don't have red number 5 in here.
Really?
This is
Is that
beet.
Yeah.
It's beet colored.
Yeah, and like beets are amazing. Beets are so good for nitric oxide production, for blood flow through the body, but beets are incredible. And like there's so many good foods in all of these, so many good ingredients. But the reason why something like this, and I'm sure we can go into the health benefits of all these things at some point too.
Right.
But just on this topic alone, just the reason why consuming things like this that have simple ingredients, the reason why it's beneficial. I think a lot of people don't talk about the reason why. People talk about, have simple ingredients because it's healthier. But one, what about it is healthy? No one goes into that. But two, why is that even helpful?
Right.
It's because it's easy because once you understand what you're consuming, then once you understand it, you have control. If you don't understand what you're consuming,
Exactly.
you're not in control. When you're out of control, that's when weight gain happens. That's when muscle loss happens. That's when all these things happen, that it happens against your will because you're not in control.
When you have that awareness.
Exactly, it's awareness.
On puregreen.com, there's a science page. You click that, and it's giving you everything that's what it is, the minerals and what it's good for, the vitamins and what it's good for, the ginger, everything. It tells you, because this is something that matters. We're not just here to feed you sugar and preservatives. We're here to create healthy communities around the globe. That's our mission.
Yeah.
So it's really cool, and that's what I love about working here, because it matters and it's important stuff, just like what you're doing, you know?
Yeah, I mean, my goal, at least here in Naples, I'm trying to build something a little bit nationwide, but my goal in Naples is to make a real noticeable impact on people's health. I really want to make Naples a healthier place. And I think Naples is a really good place to do that because we're not starting from ground zero. The ball is already rolling.
Yeah.
Naples is very health focused, health conscious already.
Yes.
Everybody in Naples performs at a high level. I was talking with a client of mine today. Actually, I was saying you can think of yourself as an athlete, even though she's not a traditional athlete, like does a sport.
Uh-huh.
But a lot of people here, a lot of people in general, who are trying to do anything at a high level, anything at all, whether it's a sport, whether it's being an entrepreneur, whether it's being a father, a mother, a spouse, whether it's being a teacher, whatever you're doing, if you're doing something at a high level, you need to treat your body and your mind like such and take care of yourself so that you can perform at the highest level.
I love
and
that.
that is, in a sense, that is thinking like an athlete. And if that's the case, then everyone one should think like that. But two, that just goes to show everyone's already focused on self-improvement. Everyone's focused on this. For that reason, that's why I think Naples is a really good place to try and make an impact like that. Because you can't help someone who doesn't want to be helped. But if someone already wants to do that, and then we bring in people like me, like you, and other people that are trying to help people go in that direction.
Yes,
you know?
enhancing it, focusing onto it, building onto it. So Naples, I was surprised. I just moved here, a year and a half ago, and started working here in July, and then seeing the fitness community, the wellness community here. It's amazing. I love it. It's huge. And so many great people, and I'm making all these great relationships here. They're happy to see that we have this, and we're happy to have it. It's amazing.
Yeah, man, I'm happy you guys have it too. This is,
I'm going to show this to you. Read the ingredients on the Rockin' Beet.
We have beet, carrot, apple, lemon, ginger, and that's it.
That's it.
That's it. 5 ingredients.
What more do you need?
Well, this, by the way, actually does happen to be my favorite one, at least from the juices. This is probably my favorite smoothie. For the juices, this one, I think this is the one that, because it had the ginger in it.
Yes.
This one definitely my favorite. Yeah,
I don't even like beets, but I can drink this juice and love it. So I'm getting my beets, and I don't even like them, but I can do it.
That's another thing too that's so cool about this is there's so many beneficial ingredients in these that I think a lot of people know they're beneficial, but it's not very many people, and I wouldn't even do this either because it's not a sustainable way of doing it. Would go to the store, maybe buy beets in a container and cook them up or put them in something. Like, it just takes so much extra effort to get one extra beneficial ingredient in your diet, when instead you just drink one of these a day and you're getting a certain amount. And juices and like having smoothies and stuff, it's a pretty common concept.
Yes.
And it's because it's convenient.
Hi, welcome in. Yeah, so the thing is when they bottle the juice, and it's cold pressed juice, they bottle it and they use 800 pounds pressure of water to lock it in, to seal it in, stop it from oxidizing. And keep the keep the bacteria out. So they put a date stamp on it. You get 2 months. You could pop this open in 2 months and have a fresh cold pressed juice, basically, because of the way they seal it.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really amazing. So you can still do your juicing at home. We juice. We have a lot of people in our home, so it's a big event. We love juicing, but then when you're on the go and I got to go to work, just grab it and go, and it just makes life easy, and you're still getting great, and I don't have to do the cleanup.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, see, that's another thing too, is every once in a while I'll make myself a smoothie or something like that at home, because maybe if I'm a little bit short on time, but I don't really love doing it because I don't really want to. I don't like cleaning the whole thing up. And I don't like, it makes a mess. The seal on the top of my blender is kind of broken, so sometimes stuff will fly out of it, and it's pretty annoying, honestly.
Right.
But
it's nice to have a place like this, right?
Yeah, something like this would just totally it. My time is money, honestly. My time is very valuable to me.
Yes.
And something that I would probably rather come in here and pay like a couple dollars for a smoothie or a juice instead of spending the time to make it myself and spending the extra time to clean it up.
Yeah, so you'll have to have a freezer full of all the ingredients for the PB&J and the cupboard and everything, or
that too.
Just come in here and boom, there it is.
Yeah, it'd be so much easier. And I think a lot of people in Naples would agree with me too when I say that my time is valuable and so is theirs.
Yes.
And I honestly just think if we ask 100 people on the street, I'd be willing to bet a lot more than 50, 60 of them would rather pay a couple dollars to have something like this than spend the time and the energy and the cleanup at home and still buy the ingredients themselves.
Exactly.
And when you rationalize it like that, I think it really does just make sense.
And then to really make it even better, we're open at this point right now. We're open 7 a.m. to 9 p.m.
You guys called it 9 p.m.?
So we're open day into the night, so you can come in for your breakfast or lunch or brunch or dinner.
Yeah, I would come in like after dinner.
So many opportunities.
Especially if I'm here at Mercato.
Right.
I'd maybe at a restaurant here, have dinner 7 to 8 p.m. Right afterwards, swing by 9 p.m., grab a smoothie before you guys close.
Exactly.
That would be so awesome.
Now, I know on Sundays, we haven't adjusted. We're closing a little earlier, but otherwise, Monday through Friday, right now, it's 7 a.m. to 9 p.m.
You know what's really cool about that, too, is like this is kind of a sweeter taste.
Yeah.
And I could probably almost consider this like a healthy dessert.
Exactly.
And then a lot of people, they want a dessert after dinner, but if you're health focused, you're kind of fighting that urge, like,
I want that chocolate with ice cream?
The chocolate cake, the cheesecake. But instead, having something like this, especially here in Mercato, can probably help people know, okay, I can curb those cravings somewhere else. I don't need to go for the cheesecake. I'm going to run over to Pure Green.
And it's filling. You're getting good stuff. You're getting healthy, and it's filling. It's satisfying.
The reason I chose this smoothie, actually specifically, is because I was looking at the ingredients and I wanted to find something that was going to fill me up. Because like I said, when I came in here, I was starving. I was like, I want something that's a little bit heftier.
Yeah.
That's gonna actually fill me up, and it totally is.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Hey, welcome in, you guys, and
Oh,
good to
that's
see you
awesome.
guys. We're doing a little podcast.
I like your shoes.
Those are cool. Hey, girl, give me 5. Oh yeah, good job, good job. So Troy, what is going to be? So tell me about gymnastics then. Tell us about your story.
So I was a gymnast for 17 years. I started when I was 6 years old. I grew up in LA, so I grew up training there. I guess in short, did it for 17 years. I went to Penn State for gymnastics. They recruited me for the rings. I was a ring specialist, so like the iron cross and all that stuff. That was my specialty. That's what I did. I did all of the events up until I was 18 years old. When I was 18, I specialized in rings. And then after Penn State, I competed at the elite level for a couple of years. And then I retired October of 2024.
Who got you started in it?
Before I started gymnastics, I did karate.
All right.
And I was in a program called XMA, stands for Extreme Martial Arts. And that's the type of martial arts that you see like in movies where they incorporate flips and stuff.
Wow.
So I was 5. I hadn't gotten to that point yet, but I was at like level 1 basically, or some belt. I don't even. It was so long ago. I was just at a very low level, and my parents said, "Hey Troy, at some point you're going to start doing flips in here. Why don't we put you in some gymnastics classes to basically give you like some foundation, and then we put you back in." So they did, and then I just never left. And 17 years later,
Oh, wow.
I was. Yeah,
That's great.
Yeah, that's really all it was.
And then transitioned into becoming a trainer.
Yeah, because so I mentioned to you that I had a really good mentor
Yes.
that got me into health and fitness and nutrition when I was 12. And he was actually one of my coaches. He was one of my gymnastics coaches. He was an Olympic gymnast in his past. And then he started getting into training and really, really high level fitness and working with really, really high level clients.
All right.
And I was a kid at this time. And I'm still really good friends with him to this day. He still is kind of a mentor figure to me. Now, I still learn a lot from him to this day, but he started out where he held like a nutrition class for the whole gymnastics team for all of us kids.
Oh, man.
So, because we were on the team. We were pretty young. We were like 12, but we were pretty serious about improving. We were pretty serious about it. So we held this nutrition class to just give us some tips how we can eat better to get stronger and become better athletes. And I, like to this day, I could probably tell you word for word some of the things he said in that class. I absorbed it like a sponge. I still remember I took notes on the entire thing. I was 12 years old. For some reason, something about that topic, I just loved it.
Yeah, that's great.
And he noticed that, and I just started talking to him about it, and he noticed how receptive I was to it. And so then he just started feeding me info little by little, just feeding me more and more. And every once in a while, he would just feed me info, and I would remember like every word that he said, to the point where I started becoming pretty smart when it came to this stuff because I remembered everything that he told me. So I started just building over the course of those first 2 years. I started building this like knowledge database in my head.
Wow.
To the point where when I was around 14 years old, I was like, I kind of know what to do. Like I think I can help people with this.
Oh man.
So that's when I started taking on some clients, started just working with family and friends, and just seeing how it would go. And they trusted me, and it worked. And I was like, I kind of know what I'm doing. And of course, he was still kind of just mentoring me, just had me under his wing. And then he helped me get certified. I got certified way before I went to college, really, really early, just because he helped me do that too.
Yes.
He helped me, he pointed me to the right one, said, here, study this one. I did it. Because he was teaching me so much stuff, and I was so interested in studying on my own, the entire certification was pretty much review for me at that point.
Yeah.
Just because
That's great.
I was just so fascinated by it. So I loved it. So that's how I got into it. Yeah, he was one of my gymnastics coaches, and so growing up, I was training people on the side, little by little. I was training people in college at Penn State, but I was a student athlete my whole life, growing up, at least until after college.
Okay.
And so it was always kind of a side thing I did. Then after I came back from Penn State, I was competing as an elite. I was diverting more attention to fitness, and then my goal was to be the best in the world as a gymnast. But in order to do something like that, it takes everything. It's not worth going for that goal if you're not going to put everything you have into it.
Right.
And I got to a point where I noticed I was splitting my attention between business and gymnastics. If I wanted to be pretty good, it would work. But I wanted to be the best. And I say that I say that objectively, those are my goals. That's what I was going for. And
But if you can't give it your all, you're kind of like,
exactly, it wasn't worth it. It was a waste of time, at least for me.
yeah.
And so I just decided it's no longer worth my time to do this. I think it's a better decision to stop gymnastics and divert everything I have into fitness.
And with fitness, I mean, look at the benefits. You're helping so many people
Yeah.
become a better, them, in so many ways with the fitness and nutrition advice and everything you have to give. I mean, that is just hats off to you for doing that. That's amazing.
Thanks.
If somebody's going to say, I call you, Troy, I need help, what's the next step?
That's a great question. So what I normally do is first we hop on a call, and I just want to hear from them what they're trying to do. I just say what is the biggest goal here, and a lot of that is one, to give me a better understanding, but two, to determine if I can even help them at all.
Yes.
Because I can't help everyone. I'm not Superman. I can't do everything, and I only have certain specialties. And there's some areas where I'm not going to go there because I don't have the qualifications to do that. And if someone wants my advice and they're really asking, maybe I'll give my thoughts, but I'll say, you got to talk to your doctor about that.
Right.
And
You don't want to overstep your boundaries.
yeah, and I'll never do that because I want to,
Thank you for coming in.
with every client that I take on, I only take them on if I'm 100% confident that I know for a fact I can help them.
Yes.
Because if not, I'm not going to go into it like, well, let's try it and see if it works.
Yeah.
I'm only working, every client I work with them knowing 100% that all they have to do is listen to me, and if they simply listen to me, it's going to work.
That's great.
And I know that just from 10 years of experience.
Yes.
And time again, from trial and error, from learning when I was a kid, I know what works and I know what doesn't work.
It's great. So then it's solid.
Yeah.
You're coming in, we're going to make this happen. It's solid. It's not like, well, here's hoping I'm, just going to make it work.
Yeah, so step one, let's hop on a call, let's just have a conversation. Just tell me about your goals. If I decide I can't help you, then I'll let you know, I'll refer you elsewhere, because I know a lot of people here that maybe can help. If I decide I can't help you, then we'll talk about what a strategy would look like, and we'll talk about how that would work out, and we'll figure out the best roadmap that would fit for them, their time availability, their schedule, their goals.
Excellent.
And then I usually send everyone like a quick little form to fill out. That's so I have all their goals and limitations and preferences and everything documented down so I can refer to it.
Right.
And then shoot them over a waiver, obviously. And that's pretty much it. Then we schedule our first session and then we get
great.
started. And then a lot of the development happens through the sessions too. Session number one is part of the session, partially consultation as well.
Okay.
It's for me to get a good feel for where they're at in the gym,
Right.
and also for them to get a good feel for me as a trainer. And
Interviewing each other.
Kind of, yeah. There are people occasionally who just say, I know you're a good trainer and I'm going to trust you. I want to get started right away, and they want to commit to a certain amount of time. Most of the time, people prefer to start with a single session. And
Okay.
honestly, I think it's a really good idea, because even if I am a really good trainer, and even if maybe they do work really hard, there's a chance that we just don't jive. There's a chance that we just don't really get
Right.
along. And that's not going to make, for one, an enjoyable, but two, potentially not even a very effective partnership.
You don't want to be locked into something like that.
Yeah, and I don't want the client to be locked into something like that.
Exactly.
And the goal is I'm creating a partnership with the client. Us together, we're chasing this goal of getting them in a better shape. We're working together to do that. If we can't work together to create that goal, then it's not really a good fit. So that's usually what it is. We usually schedule a single session, and then if it goes well and they like how I work and I like them, then we say, okay, cool, let's see if we can schedule some more. And then usually people will purchase a package of sessions from that point, or if they have some other goals, we talk about some nutrition support and all that stuff. But that's usually how kind of getting started works. Timeline, that can happen that can take anywhere from 48 hours to a week. To get
Okay.
started.
So let me ask you this. How do people find you?
You can go to my Instagram, you can send me a message there, or you can click the link in my bio on Instagram, and it'll bring you to a website where you can fill out an application. And at the end of that application, you'll be able to book a call with me directly from there.
And your Instagram, is it Troy Lipis?
It's Troy Lipis, yeah.
I'll put it in the comments. I'll put it
Yeah.
all over the place. Everybody up there. There's no way they won't be able to find you.
Okay, yeah. Just shoot me a message on Instagram, or you can click the link in my bio to apply right there and book a call straight from there.
Troy, I want to show you all these ingredients in this one.
Yeah,
Read all
yeah.
those ingredients.
That's watermelon, lemon, and I don't think there's any more.
That's it, watermelon and
hilarious.
lemon.
That's crazy.
Great, right?
Wow.
It's good. A lot of people will drink this after their workout. And this is a good one for a post-workout too. Having the beet juice, move, as you know, what beets are going to bring the oxygen to your muscles and kind of give you a recovery, bit of a recovery. Read the ingredients on this one. Come on in, we're open.
We got apple, lemon, ginger, and cayenne.
Yeah, so ginger and cayenne.
That's awesome. So this one probably has the most of a kick to it.
It does, yeah, the most kick that we have, besides our little wellness shots, or more of a concentrated shot. But this is nice. It's apple juice, it's sweet, and then it's got, every flavor comes separately. Like it comes from behind, hey, cayenne here, boom. It's like, all right. Yeah, it's fun. Great. Excellent. Well, it was great having you on our podcast today. I appreciate it. High five.
Yeah, totally great being on the podcast.
Pure Green Strong, located in Mercato. It's the official podcast for Pure Green North Naples at Mercato in Naples, Florida. I'll have information on how to contact Troy in the comments down in the description down below. All right. Thanks, Troy.
Yeah, of course.